11-year-old boy is murdered, and eyewitnesses' DNA and fingerprints point out to Terry Maitland, the town's popular Little League coach. But Terry has an alibi. He was indeed out of town that very same day and time. So, the question is, how can one man be at two places at the same time? The Outsider is one of Stephen King's newest novels. It was released last year, 2018. So, Stephen King has gone with a bit of a different route with a murder mystery, or should I say a murder mystery, thriller, supernatural kind of novel. I have read a lot of murder mysteries, but to me, this is the best. Stephen King cleverly, as usual, incorporated horror, and I've never read a murder mystery where there is horror involved. So this was the first, and it turns out this was fantastic. It was one of the best books I read last year, and this is the Australian print, so it's a tad bit bigger. It's about 500 pages long. It's 475 pages long, and downright it's the best murder mystery book I've read ever. So this book revolves upon Detective Ralph Anderson, who is in charge of handling this case where an 11-year-old boy is found murdered, mutilated and sexually assaulted. Witnesses, DNA and fingerprints point out to the town's Little League coach, Terry Maitland, who is also the town's most favorite guy. That one person who everyone loves, alright? So it was a huge shock for everyone, and Detective Ralph Anderson arrested him in the most humiliating way possible. As Terry was a Little League coach, he arrested Terry in their biggest match yet. So starting off, I hated Ralph. It didn't feel necessary to do that. So, but still, Stephen King has ways of making us hate characters. I guess that was his original intention. I don't know, Stephen King has lots of ways. Also, Stephen King likes to slip in minor plot points. I mean, you could have ripped off 200 pages of this book and this would have been fine. But bam, we have this. But still, those 200 pages or so, friggin' compelling to read. So, and now with Dr. Raja Anderson arrested Terry, he has an ironclad alibi of him being out of town the other day, and that with eyewitnesses and evidence. So the question is, how can a man be at two places at the same time? That is basically the outline of the story. Yes, and also this book is partially connected to the Bill Hodges trilogy, because there's a character called Holly Gibney. She was from the Bill Hodges trilogy, most famously Mr. Mercedes. But this is a standalone novel. It is in no way has connection to the separate Bill Hodges novel. It's just that his partner is now working with Ralph Anderson to solve this case. So that is the primary outline of this entire book. And the writing style, I have to talk about the writing style, oh my god. It's classic King. It's classic King. But to be honest, if you compare it to It, because It was just downright full blow. It was very gruesome, very gory, and it was a very hard book to read. It was very long too. So there were many incidents where it was planned by King to put it there, and he obviously did, but I felt it was like too much foreshadowing. Still, I enjoyed it nonetheless. Yeah, the writing style is classic King. It starts off really slow. It starts off nice. It starts off promising, but I feel like some readers will get disappointed throughout coming towards the ending. I'm gonna jump into spoilery parts after this to explain why I didn't like the book as much. So if you want to get free from spoilers, the book is a 4.67 over 5. Amazing writing style, really atmospheric, has good character development, really good character arcs. So the characters were built in a proper way. I was rooting for these characters the entire novel. Length is also amazing. I mean, to me, when I want to read a book, length plays a part too. Because if it's too long, it might get bored, there might be too much foreshadowing. But this book is one of the best murder mysteries you can pick up. Now we're going to be jumping into spoilery part. So if you want to stay spoiler free, if you haven't read the book, I think you should leave now. So thank you so much for watching. And 2 reasons I don't like this book as much, or what it could have done to make it better. The first one is towards the ending, it gets a bit confusing with all the characters, but the ending was action-packed. That was amazing. I really loved it. And one more reason is that the origin of the outsider, it's called the outsider. So what the outsider is primarily is this being who can copy a human being and kills children. Or humans, I guess. So we don't know what is the outsider. It's just the outsider gets killed with a sock. Yes, it gets killed with a sock, with ball bearings. That's awesome. So we don't know what the outsider is or where it's from or its origins. I mean, I would love 500 pages more of just the origin of the outsider. That would have been friggin' amazing. Sadly, we didn't have it here, and that was one downside for me, because I really and where it's from, why it's doing, and so that is one reason why I didn't like The Outsider. But overall, it is an amazing book. Usual King, I mean Stephen King. 4.67 over 5. Just note that there are mentions of sexual assault, and it's very, very gory at times, so be wary before you buy this book. But overall, an amazing book. I loved it, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Ting! Bye bye.